Honestly though, how more on point could my shirt get? Like, I don't know. Hashtag Melanie Martinez, anyone? Anybody? Yeah, me too.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a add-on to my books that have made me cry videos. You guys seem to love knowing about the books that have made me cry, so today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some more. If you've not seen my past videos, I'll have both of them linked down below, but those are both over a year old, so of course a ton of books since last year have made me cry, as it's not very hard to make me do so, and I'm excited to share them with you, so let's just get started. First book I'm going to be sharing with you guys is more like a series in which none of the books have really failed to make me cry, and that is the Seabreeze series by Abby Glines. I have read almost all of the series. I have one more book to go and I'm reading it right now, so it shouldn't be long before I am done with the series, but literally every single one of these books has made me cry, like all of them. Like this one, because of Low, I remember really making me cry. Just for Now really made me cry, like all of the ones with Cage in them. If you guys have read this series, it's so good. This is a companion novel series that follows a big friend group that lives in Alabama, and they just deal with some hard stuff, you know? And all the relationships, they're just so difficult. They're just such fun little quick books to read, but they have so much more to them, obviously, considering I've cried reading like all of them. So yeah, if you want like a cute romance book that's like new adult and fun, but also will make you kind of cry and like angsty and like you want to like kill the characters but you love them so much and like so many emotions, I recommend this series to you, but it did make me cry like a baby, so there's that. Next book I have is probably not much of a shock, but that is Every Last Word by Tamara Ireland Stone. I love this book so much. I talk about it so much on my channel. I know a lot of you guys have mixed feelings on this book that have read it. A lot of you think it doesn't portray OCD in the most correct or realistic way, I guess, but I didn't have problems with it. I really liked it, so there's that. But this book just had me crying. The main character, Samantha, deals with quite a lot, and if you have read this book, you can probably guess what part made me cry the most. Like, what part made me literally break down in tears, sobbing on my bed. Like, sobbing. Like, I can't go to work because I'm destroyed inside. Sobbing. So, if you've read this book, you probably know. I'm not going to spoil anything for those of you that haven't read it. If you don't know, this book follows a girl named Samantha who has purely obsessional OCD, and she hides it from all her friends, but when she meets this girl, Caroline, who wants to befriend her and bring her and show her this better friend group in her high school, she goes with her and they do slam poetry and they have fun with music and it really helps her, but crazy stuff happens and it makes you cry. But it's such a good book and I really recommend it to you guys. Next book I have is another Abby Glines one, and that is Until Friday Night. This is her YA series. It's called the Field Party series, and this is the first and only book that is out right now. This book follows a girl who has a very troubled past, so much so that it has made her decide to stop speaking, and she doesn't talk to anybody, but when she forms an unlikely relationship with this guy that she meets at the new high school she's attending, she talks to him, and he's going through a lot too. He finds he can talk to her like nobody else he's ever tried to talk to, and they form this friendship, and it's beautiful, and it's a crazy book, but there's so much emotion in it. It made me cry so many times, but I really loved it, and I can't wait for the second book in the series to come out. I believe it's coming out in August, but if you're a fan of Abby Glines' New Adult, which is her more popular series, I definitely recommend checking this one out because it's really awesome too. Next book I have to share with you guys is Find You in the Dark by A. Meredith Walters. This book follows a boy and a girl who form a relationship, and the guy in this relationship is named Clayton, and he has severe depression, and he's gone through so much in his past, and it's just really sad. So it makes me cry. A lot of stuff that goes on in this book also makes me cry. There's some really intense stuff dealt with in this book, so if you're not into like intense mental issues, like if you don't feel comfortable reading that kind of stuff, I wouldn't recommend this for you. If depression and suicide is a trigger for you, I don't recommend this book, but it's really great if you don't mind that. Books with mental health issues in them I think are very important, and sometimes we shy away from them because we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about more intense, important subjects in our like contemporary books, but when they do have them, I think it really has an important message, and I really liked this book a lot. I think it did a really great job of depicting somebody that could have depression, and it's really sad. So you will cry if you read it probably, but it's a really great book anyway, and it has another one. It's kind of like a duology, I believe, and the other one is really awesome as well, so yeah, I definitely recommend it to you if you're interested in something like that. And the last book I have to show you guys today is Firsts by Laurie Elizabeth Flynn. This is a book that I read this year that I absolutely fell in love with. I love this book so much. This book follows a girl named Mercedes who wants to help boys in her class have an enjoyable first time with their girlfriends having sex. So she takes these boys that are virgins and kind of shows them the ropes, and then they go off and have fun with their girlfriends, and she takes these guys' virginities and she teaches them how to have sex because she had a really bad first time, and she thinks that by doing this she's helping the greater good of her class. So there's that. That might sound a little bit crazy and make you kind of hate Mercedes already, and you're like, why would I want to read this book? I'm gonna hate the main character. I love Mercedes personally, but this book is really great, and I know a lot of people don't like it because they do dislike the main character a lot. Personally, I really loved her, and there's a lot of intense stuff in this book that you don't expect from a premise like that. You'd be like, okay, like this is gonna be like a funny book, but it's actually a lot deeper than that, and it gets so real. I also have a full book talk on this, Every Last Word, and Breathe, so I'll have all those linked down below if you have read them and you do want to see why they made me cry so hard if you can't really guess. But this book did make me cry like a baby, but I loved it so very much, so definitely check it out if you've not already. So those are some more books that have made me cry in the past year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know you guys absolutely devoured the last ones that I've made, so if you did like this one, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you've not already. Other than that, I hope you guys are having an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. Bye!